What is up, 40k theorists, 40k lovers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the legendary creature, Kevbot, and orc Tankbustas are just fucking nuts. Like, someone actually sat down and created this datasheet, and then when they were done, they were like, man, yeah, say like 135 points. I don't know, that seems good. So today, we're gonna melt our brains and talk about this absolutely insane unit. But before we lobotomize ourselves due to reading this, make sure you pulse a rocket, that like and subscribe button, Thunderhammer Nurgle's bell, leave a comment, check out the other videos. We also have a gaming channel, which is linked below. Alright, I think that's it. So let's rip the band-aid off, because this is gonna hurt once we put it all together. So, let's take a look at the datasheet. Alright, so, you know, it's basically an orc. It's more like a knob. These did change, because in the original index, these things were garbage, bro. Like, actual garbage. But now, they move 6, they're toughness 5, they've got a 4-up save, interestingly. They've got 2 wounds, their leadership 7, and their OC 1. For ranged weapons, every single guy's got a rocket launcher, except for the knob sergeant guy. He's got 2 rocket pistols, which are just 2 shots with a rocket at 12 inches, and you can shoot them in combat. So that's funny. But otherwise, every guy has a rocket launcher, so strength 9, AP 2, 3 damage flat, it's blast, 24-inch range, D3 shots. They hit on 5s, the rocket pistol, same deal, strength 9, AP 2, 3 damage, but just 1 shot, hitting on 5s at 12 inches. So that's what we get for our stuff, okay? That's what we got so far. For melee, we got choppas, close combat weapons, and the smash-a-hammer. The smash-hammer is kind of cool. It's actually not smash-a, it's just smash. It just smashes. I would probably keep the pistols, personally, because of all the bullshit that we're about to go over. And then a choppa is probably something that the Sergeant Knob guy can take. Then we get on to their abilities, and their abilities are tank hunters. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets a monster or vehicle unit, add 1 to the hit roll and add 1 to the wound roll. Well, that seems pretty fucking good, because now they're hitting on 4s, and then they're wounding on 4s, unless they're shooting like a rhino, in which case they're wounding on 3s. Now, we're gonna get into some detachments in a little bit. We're gonna tell you how dumb this unit can be. It can wipe out like 10 Terminators, okay? So that's what they got for their tank hunters, and then they do have bomb squigs, which are twice per battle. After this unit ends a normal move, you can use bomb squig. If you do, select an enemy unit within 12 inches and visible, and then roll a d6. On a 3+, that enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. We're pretty sure this is a typo, because everywhere else it's on a 2+. They suffer d3 mortal wounds. Yeah, okay, so war gear abilities. We got the pulsar rocket, the thing that you did to the like and subscribe button, if you recall. So the pulsar rocket, once per battle, when the bear's unit is selected to shoot in your shooting phase, the bear can use the pulsar rocket. If it does until the end of the phase, improve the strength and armor penetration characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in the bear's unit by 1. So that means we're all now strength 10, and we're AP 3, and we're flat 3 damage. And we're +1 to hit, and we're +1 to wound. Okay, awesome. Then we have the attached unit. If a character unit from your army with the leader ability could be attached to Ludas, it could be attached to this unit instead. And then for war gear, the Boss Knob's rocket pistols can be replaced with 1 smash hammer. I'm not interested. And then 1 Tankbusta can be equipped with 1 of the following: a pulsar rocket or an additional rocket launcher. You're gonna take the pulsar rocket every time, because it makes the unit strength 10 AP 3. That's better than having an additional rocket launcher all the time. So it's a unit of 6 guys, right? So you got 5 dudes, Boss Knob. The Boss Knob's got the 2 pistols and a choppa, and then each other guy has a rocket launcher and a close combat weapon. This unit is 135 points. So that seems reasonable for these 6 models for 135 points. It's not reasonable. They also have grenades, so that's pretty cool. And that is their datasheet. That's the whole kit and caboodle there. So we got a couple things going on here. We're hitting on 4s against tanks and monsters. We're wounding on 4s or better against like anything, basically. So for some rough numbers, if we shoot a 5-man unit, we're looking at about 16 shots. 16 shots, that's about 5 hits, because you're hitting on 5s. At strength 9, you're looking at about 3 to 5 wounds, depending on the target. And if we want to target something like a Terminator unit, we kill like 0 of them, okay? They're AP2, you know, you're in cover, you have Armor of Contempt, so yeah, it's not great odds that you do a whole lot of damage there. If we use our once per game pulsar rocket, well, then now we're wounding on 2s, and you can only get a 3-up save at best. So even with cover and armor of contempt. If we roll a bit above average, we can get about 2 Terminators there. Hopefully we wound with like 5, although there's a good chance 1 will fail. And if we do, hopefully they fail 2 out of the 5 on like a 3-up save. So optimistically, we went from about 0 dead to 2 dead. Because, you know, the flat 3 damage and all, just one-shots these Terminators. But I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Oh yeah, that's right. Orcs just got the best detachment in the fucking game. It's called Fuck You, Eat My Bullets. And what it does is it gives your infantry and your walkers sustained 2 for the ranged attacks. So that's cool and totally normal. So now we're looking at closer to 10.5 hits. You know, it's about 8 to 9 wounds. It's 8.75. So we're going to call it 9 wounds. If you take those 3-up saves, now you lose 3 Terminators. But you know what? I'm not fucking done. What if we give them special shells from this detachment? That will give them an additional +1 AP. So now they're AP 4. Cover and Armor of Contempt can't save you now. So now we're talking at about 4.5 dead Terminators because you're down to your invuln at this point. But wait. One more thing. Let's put a shock attack mech in there. Let's get up our rerolls, baby. Now we reroll 1s to hit. So if we had about 16 shots, so call it, 3 1s, we would reroll those and get an extra hit. But it's actually 2 extra hits because of sustained 2 and how math works. So yeah. So on average, mathematically, the mech is going to give us an extra 2 hits. So now it's 12.5 hits. That's about 10 wounds, and that's an entire 5-man Terminator squad dead. What's that? I didn't shoot the mech? Well, no, you're right, I didn't. And that's how much fucking damage these things can do. They don't even need the mech to shoot. What if I did shoot it, though? Well, that's going to be another, 2.5 wounds to the Terminator unit. At AP 6, by the way. Which should get another model. So 6 Terminators are destroyed to 6 Tankbustas with a mech. So yeah, this is very dumb. And I know you thought I was done, but I'm very much not done. We then have 2 enhancements that we can stick on our mech, both of which are very good. But one is better than the other for this situation. So we either have dead shiny shootas or we have targeting squigs. With dead shiny shootas, we get rapid fire 1, which is fine enough. That's 7 extra shots. On average, that's going to be more like 5.5 more hits. So now we're getting 18 hits on this Terminator squad from rockets and not even the mech. That's 15 wounds. And on the high end, that's 7 dead Terminators, dude. If we shoot the mech, that's another 1.5 wounds that gets through. So we've already totally overkilled that 5-man unit, okay? But if we did want to shoot a 10-man unit, it's just going away. The whole fucking thing, dude. We get about 26 shots. 26 shots. At strength 10, AP 4, flat 3 damage. After our sustained 2 and our rerolls of 1 and all this bullshit we stacked on here, we can get about 20 hits. That's about 17 wounds. That's about 8 dead Terminators. The mech then shoots. He gets 5 hits and 4 wounds, and he probably kills the last 2. And then there's just some random character that's left in the unit. Bro, this unit is 135 fucking points. If we did give them the mech and the enhancement, it's 245. I'll concede that. Which is still significantly less than 360 points or whatever a full 10-man Terminator unit is nowadays, and very, very few things in the game can melt 10 Terminators for 245 points, if anything. So, and then we have another enhancement, which is definitely better when paired with the mech, and that would be the targeting squigs. Now the unit hits on 4s, bro. If we shoot that same 10-man unit with this enhancement, we get 21 shots. After rerolls and sustained 2, we're looking at about 21 hits, which destroys the same number of Terminators. So slightly more hits than having the rapid fire, but it's actually 20 points cheaper. And this, again, reminder guys, this isn't even their ideal target. This is a Terminator squad. These guys' special rule is that they get +1 to hit and wound when they target a vehicle. So the fact that they can do this is just completely ridiculous. These should just be called bustas, because Tankbustas is not all that they bust. They just bust on everything. They're gonna bust your ass up, son, so it doesn't fucking matter what the target is. You got a Land Raider? Cool. Take 8 wounds at AP 4 with ignore cover because of strats and other things we stacked on top of stuff. Yeah, it's just a casual 21 damage to the Land Raider. from a fucking 6-man orc unit. Imperial Knight, all right, it's got an invuln, so it's a bit better protected, but that's like 12 to 15 damage. The mech shoots and does like another 3 wounds or something, so you're looking at like 18 wounds to a knight. Magnus, all right, fuck Magnus, but still, 16 wounds. Like, take 8 wounds at flat 3 damage, which become flat 2 damage. That's 16. That dipshit only has 16 wounds. He's deadzo. He does have access to like the Cabal reroll and the CP reroll and the blank damage thing, but we didn't shoot the mech, and he'd probably want to use that stuff there. So it's iffy if they bring down Magnus, but it's actually not, because they have grenades and they have bomb squigs. So yeah, take like 5 mortals first, and then take this D. Now 5 mortals to the knight before shooting it might actually allow you to take that down as well if you add the mech's shooting in there. This is actually probably iffy. That's probably just about there. It just kind of depends on how good their, what is it called? Field of Pains are. So, yeah, nuts. Nuts stuff, dude. It's just like, hey, Nightbringer, what's up, girl? You're dead. Take 5 mortals, and then take 8 wounds at flat 2 damage. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's totally normal for a 245-point unit to be able to be wiping super units and Death Stars on average. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. So, what the fuck? Now, one thing that we do have to remember here, of course, is that Overwatch is a thing in this game, unfortunately. Yeah, you average about 6 hits against a non-blastable target if you just have the mech giving out reroll 1s. Like, everything else, just nothing else, just mech giving out reroll 1s. 6 hits on average on an Overwatch. If the mech has the shiny shootas, you're looking at 10 hits on an Overwatch because he gives the unit rapid fire 1, and that's assuming that you're within rapid fire range of, you know, the pistols as well, which I think I might have actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably messed up the math earlier because those pistols also have rapid fire 1. My god, nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, if you shoot some random stuff at them as well, yeah, don't do that because they have, you call that DACA, and then they just shoot back at you. Like, if you whiff and destroy just one model, good luck, bro. Your unit is about to have the case of Megadeth, and like 5 guys and a mech are going to shoot back at you. So that's a little bit unrealistic, I'm thinking, just because they're not super durable. They're only 2 wounds at toughness 5 with like a 4-up save. But that will absolutely happen to some people. But like, dude, even if you shoot at them and you kill like 3 of the guys, if there's 3 left and the mech, they will do a ton of damage to whatever shot them. Like, I don't have any words left. I move up, I get out of a transport, or like I advanced and I can still shoot, I destroy something. You move, and I shoot you, and I get 10 hits. The mech will get another 2 hits. A tank gets like 5 wounds at AP2 and flat 3 damage, like, and then another 1 or something at like AP4 D6 damage. Your average here is about like 10? About 10 damage on an Overwatch against like a vehicle. So, against something like a Predator, I guess. Something with like a 2-up save, you know, like a Land Raider, maybe like what's it called? A Lehman Russ. Something like that, you're going to do a little bit less damage to. But what if you had like Terminator Squad? I already destroyed that, didn't I? My bad. Oh, but what if you had a second Terminator Squad? You wanted to move that up. Yeah, it's going to take 10 wounds at AP2, flat 3 damage. Because it's Blast 2, Rapid Fire, reroll 1s to hit. So, yeah, take an average of 10 saves there, my friend. Oh, forgot. By the way, take 2 invulns from this mech too. So what's that? I destroyed 4 Terminators on an Overwatch? That seems bad. Like, this unit should do more damage. That's bad. Obviously, I'm just kidding. But, like, alright, I'll shoot at them. Yeah, but, like, you've got to destroy them all in one activation. Because if you only destroy a couple models, like, let's say you destroy half the unit, actually. You're definitely getting shot back. And on average, I'm hitting you 8 to 9 times with the remaining Tankbustas, and 3 to 4 times with the mech. And that's going to be another 4 to 5 saves at AP2, flat 3 damage if you're shooting at a vehicle or something, and then about 2 saves at AP4 D6 damage. Like, bro, it's just nuts. Let me get this straight. This unit destroys something. Then it destroys something in your turn. Then it maybe destroys a second thing in your turn. Dude, this unit is hilariously overpowered, dude. 245 points, ladies and gentlemen. Now, not only is this unit just completely ridiculous in terms of the amount of firepower that it has, it's just not that hard to get to where it needs to go. It's got a pretty decent range. You stick these inside of a truck, that truck moves fast, they just get out, and now they're in line of sight of something. Like, there's a lot of ways to get these to where they need to be, and they will just murder something. they'll just kill it. It'll just die. They're kind of a one-trick pony, though, I would think. I haven't actually played against these things. They are kind of like a newer unit. They were released somewhat recently, within the last several months, so they weren't in the original index, so I haven't personally faced them. I know that there was a bunch of them at the last tournament I went to, and I think they landed on top table against the Knights. Yeah, but they come out, you know, their truck, they do some damage, but they're only 6 guys. Their tough is 5, yeah, but they only have a 4-up save. They're not that hard to kill, is my point. So once they do all of their damage, you can hit them back pretty hard and they don't get to do it again. But when they can wipe out, you know, 10 Terminators at once, that's pretty fucking scary. That's pretty fucking scary. My God. The fact that they have blast on their weapons, like, it just allows them to shoot so many shots at once that they don't even care. And then they shoot a vehicle, they're +1 to hit and wound the vehicle. Like, they don't need the +1 to hit and wound against other things because they can become strength 10 for a turn. Even at strength 9 with wounding on 3s, with the amount of shots they can get, it's like, what the fuck? It's just nuts. It's just absolutely nuts. But there's like so much other stuff in the list, you know? And like they're only 6 guys, so you could fit like another 5 knobs inside of that transport, because you have 6 of them plus the character, that's 7 guys. Then you could have 5 knobs inside that same truck just to give them some backup of like combat stuff that can actually do something. I mean, they can get assault because of this detachment. We're going to go over the detachment specifically. In a lot more detail, because I covered it in the balanced data slate video that I made for this round of data slate updates and all these new detachments and stuff, but I didn't really like sit down and cover it. So we're going to do that in a different video, and we're going to talk about some other units that go with this, because this detachment is just ridiculous. It literally doubles your output for shooting, and it gives you assault for 1 turn, but actually multiple turns if you need it, because they have a strat to, like, and you have like a reroll wound strat in combat. They have ignores cover, they have +1 AP, like, dude, this is some crazy nonsense, guys. This is probably a bit shorter of a video, but like, my fucking God, this is fucking nonsense. No unit in the game should be able to do this, dude. I don't really think that Tankbustas themselves are OP, but they're pretty fucking good, don't get me wrong, but they aren't like they aren't like totally nuts for their points. It's just that when they gain sustained 2, AP 4, +1 to hit, +1 to wound, reroll 1s, ignore cover, like now they become a fucking bully boy level stupid shit. So, do I even need to continue? Like, this unit is 225 points or 245 points with the mech, and that depends whether or not you're giving them the rapid fire strat or the +1 to hit strat, and it kills everything in the fucking game. Like, that's not supposed to happen. So it's definitely going to be a little bit shorter of a video. I'm going to try to make a couple of these and possibly do like an entire Tactica on the orcs with this detachment in consideration of the Mordaka? Yeah, Mordaka detachment, because I suspect things are going to get changed to like sustained 1 or like something slightly less insane, or they're only going to get it during their WOG turn or something like that. So this entire detachment is a freak show, and I would like to cover more of it. So we have a couple of other units to talk about in some other videos, like the Ludas and maybe even Gazgul. Ludas are kind of similar to the Tankbusters here. They just go absolutely fucking bonkers for like 0 points. And then Gaz, you know, he's basically just permanently in the WOG if you take him in this detachment, which is pretty fucking dumb, because he gives everything within 12 inches lethal hits during the WOG, and his unit crits on 5s. And you can give his unit rerolls to wound with a fucking command point in this detachment. This detachment is fucking nuts, guys. My brain's melted out of my head. When you have Tankbustas, you have 99 problems, but like literally anything on the table ain't one of them. So that was bad. I'm gonna see myself out now. So unleash your long uncontrolled burst at the like and subscribe button, Thunderhammer, Nurgle's Bell. Check out the other videos because we have more like this one. And leave some comments. Let me know what I missed. Check out the Power Fisters, it's linked in the description, because I actually really enjoy making that kind of content. So make sure you guys theory hard, so hard, and I'll see you in the next video.